back inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Green Bay Packers. About ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Fields. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his 3rd season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they're due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's going to put up Packers first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Here's 3rd and 3.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
The right play, yeah.
That too. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Back to throw. Fields under pressure, and they got to him again. Quinn Walker came through to make the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Not at all what they envisioned confusion on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, that was a third and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Love looking to throw it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off play action, Fields. Open man is a tight end, Mason Taylor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Fields. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. The jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st down, New York.
Fields now to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Here's Fields. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Fields. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On third down, here's Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Here's Love. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Throwing. Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that is incomplete. Ahmad Gardner bringing the sauce on that breakup.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. One play action. Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw now, here's Love. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. Now Love. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Fields. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Interior of that defensive line. We'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The first throw here for the backup, Taylor. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Jets.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go play action with Taylor. This complete to Curley. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down.
Play action, it's Taylor. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. Looking to put a drive together. Following the fumble recovery, Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Thomas on the coverage.
They'll try the left side. It's Lloyd. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Willis. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Willis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lloyd. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Lloyd. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now
Back to throw, Willis. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Jets will take over. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
To throw is Taylor. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Taylor. Complete. It's Johnson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Taylor. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Taylor. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, With no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A short throw to Musgrave. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Willis. Willis showing off the wheels there. He gets him the 1st down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Wicks. 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. The middle. Lloyd. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. Completes it to Hardman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, it's Lloyd. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Taylor. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped to the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
That's good. 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Willis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Willis to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
That's a gain of 8.
Willis looks to pass it here. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed off. And New York set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Now Taylor to throw. And this one taken in on the... I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Now it's Taylor. That one taken in by Corley. And they work this near the 5. They'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts,
At the 6-yard line.
as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw again is Taylor. And he's going to go down. Safe back at the 13-yard line. Devontae Wyatt able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. It's caught on the right side of Smith. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Willis will look to throw it. A throw taken in by Sims. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw, here's Willis. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Taylor to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's Willis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's outbended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Lloyd. And getting this just shy of midfield, is spotted at the 49. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Rashad Weaver. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
43-yard line.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. In motion, the tight end. Willis looking to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run the counter. It's Lloyd. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Willis out of the gun. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Rashad Weaver, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Taylor. Looking middle, and that's complete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Good for a Green Bay Packer.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the 26. Brings up 2nd down.
Willis. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 on the 12-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. And he stopped immediately there. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Willis. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Rashad Weaver in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out come the Jets. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Taylor. This complete to Corley. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Jets.
They'll run with Allen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Taylor. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That's how multiple guys get to it. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Connection made to Ruckert. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Taylor. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Allen. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll run. This is Allen. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Willis headed left off the option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. In motion left, Hardman.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They go play action with Willis. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Willis. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
That is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now Willis. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jets offense and Tyrod Taylor set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. To the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Jets first down.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Taylor will throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's Kingsley Enagbari finding a way in to bring him down. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is knocked away and incomplete. But I think it was a free play. Let's check the call. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Packers offense set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with a run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And this one's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Kingsley Enagbari able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this one is right through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Packers ready to take over offensively. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Willis to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The tight end in motion right. Willis looks to pass it here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
To throw is Taylor. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Devontae Williams. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. They'll set up a throw. Going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never like get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jets' 43-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
The shotgun snap to Willis. And that is incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And New York set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
They'll give it a fullback on the dive. No gain there play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
So, partner, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lloyd. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Brings up 2nd down.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Lloyd.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And a good job of just fighting through 1 tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here.